Purple Rain and that whole situation, Thriller, that whole situation, Like a Virgin, that whole situation. I mean, that was a time period. The Beatles are never going to capture what they did in the beginning if they continue working, if we all continue working and we all continue growing.
Michael Jackson is much more than an entertainer. He's a symbol of the times. He hasn't given a full-scale TV exclusive this decade.
Most of my dreams seem to come true, and I'm so thankful that they do. I don't know over what period of time, but I have lots of dreams and they usually come true, and I'm so glad.
The rules were made by people who don't really play music, so I think some of them need to be rewritten.
In the years to follow, I lost almost every friend I had to AIDS or drugs or gunshot. As you can imagine, all these unexpected events not only helped me become the daring woman that stands before you, but it also reminded me that I am vulnerable. And in life, there is no real safety except self-belief.
If we can thank and blame anyone for the state of modern pop fame, it's Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Prince. In the early 1980s, as MTV fused the new form of music consumption with a heightened awareness of celebrity culture, they emerged as America's Holy Trinity. In other words, Trinity 58.
All three singers were born to complicated childhoods in the spring and summer of 1958. And each became preeminent visual artists who reinvented themselves as the years progressed. Michael Jackson had a built-in audience thanks to his already lengthy career. But 1979's Off the Wall and 1982's Thriller redrafted his legacy as a dazzling solo artist.
Before you're famous, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And you don't know until you're in the middle of it what you've sort of asked for.
Well, for real artists such as myself, I'm trying to make a career out of this. So I don't want to just have one album and then out of here. That's what a lot of young acts are about these days. And the record companies are cool with that because then they kind of get a disposable, quick fix of these young acts and then move on to the next one. They also don't have to make any long-term deals, which means that the act is going to make a great deal more money than just coming out with their first record.
I've always loved to dance. When I was just real little, I used to watch Sammy Davis, Fred Astaire, and James Brown, and just dancing about the house. So I don't remember not dancing.
Michael Jackson absolutely, utterly, and completely dominated the year 1984. It wasn't even that close. He won 8 Grammys for his indelible album Thriller and participated in the Incendiary Victory Tour with his brothers as the Jacksons. 2 other acts solidified their popularity in 1984. One was Prince, whose Purple Rain movie and album finally made him a mainstream superstar. It was a culmination of a career that began with his 1978 debut album, For You, as he first broke through and found his audience.
Prince once said, "I strive for originality in my work, and hopefully it will be perceived that way."
The second artist who had a spectacular 1984 was Madonna, who was coming off the success of her self-titled debut album in 1983 and later followed that up with an even bigger, colossal record, Like a Virgin. Madonna had young girls around the world wearing rubber bracelets, lots of lace, and big hair bows.
Many may not appreciate or comprehend Madonna's impact today, but they can't diminish her influence.
The thing is, if my father hadn't been strict, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I think that his strictness taught me a certain amount of discipline that has helped me in my life and in my career. And also, made me work harder for things.
We're in a time period of change, and it's best to let that change happen at the same time. I think that artists are going to become more independent and start making the amount of money that they should have made from the get-go.
It's just a series of collecting songs and writing songs in my mind over a period of years or whatever. And it's hard to say how one creates music because it's hard for me to take credit. I feel it's more spiritual and heavenly than I can't take credit.
The epic success of all three icons would have been impossible without a relentless work ethic and a drive for excellence. Study the greats and become greater was one of Michael's many mantras. When you're an influencer, you might want to get your point across.
Why are we willing to deal with the realities of violence and sexism? And why aren't we willing to deal with sexuality? Why? I mean, the networks won't even play ads on TV that are about condoms, about birth control, about practicing safe sex. We're pretending like we don't have a lot of teenagers that are having sex in the world right now. Like, people don't think of me as a person who's not in charge of my career or my life, okay? And isn't that what feminism is all about? You know, equality for men and women. And aren't I in charge of my life, doing the things I want to do, making my own decisions?
The greatest gift that Madonna, Prince, and Michael Jackson have given to the world is their unique artistic voice. Their collective ability to masterfully blend music, dance, live performance, music videos, film, and fashion to create artistic expressions that resonated across generations and countries is unparalleled. Madonna, Prince, and Michael will always be known as trendsetters and tastemakers, yet their bodies of work also move people's spirits and emotions. Emanating from their creative expression are themes of freedom, rebellion, acceptance, inclusion, peace, joy, fun, and romance. In their music and videos, they also tackle controversial topics such as race, religion, politics, and sexuality. Yet also perform with a level of creativity and innovation never before seen. They created a deeper level of engagement with their audience and the public. In addition to singing their songs, we began to emulate their dance moves and sartorial tastes. Their appeal was contagious, enchanting, universal, and international. Black, white, young, old, straight, or gay, it was a cultural revolution unlike any other. In closing, most of all, we find Madonna, Prince, and Michael likable and relatable because we see and embrace their humanity, complexities, and eccentricities. All three of them are cultural misfits who never quite fit in, but somehow rose to the top and stayed there. They are also considered to be American heroes, the underdogs from Midwestern working class families who succeeded against all odds. With that being said, thank you for watching and thank you for listening. You've been watching Trinity 58.